Hey y'all, Jessie Caitlin coming at you with a pick a card for the month of November because I realized that with all of my upheavals, I forgot to do the November monthlies by Zodiac. And so upon remembering this, I decided to pull over at a motel at a Red Roof that are pet friendly for a night to pay for the internet so I could do the Zodiac monthlies, which require my external hard drive to cooperate, and that did not happen. So this video will not be edited. It will be timestamped. Thank you to all the Patreon and energy exchangers that I thank at the end. But with my technology being on the fritz, I really think that Spirit really just wanted me to have a bed and like to chill, at least for tonight. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. We're gonna be hiking there for a little bit and then hitting the road again. So if you would like to support the channel, there's a GoFundMe link down below if you want to help me get settled in LA. I have enough to get there comfortably, and or just pray for me and my twin to come together because I've been getting messages about that, and he also lives in LA. That might solve some financial problems. It might not. Who knows? So anyway, I did 5 cards here, all marked with the crystal. For this spread, I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Robbie Valentine. And we have the Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. And we also have the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and Selena Fenech. And so this is a pretty eclectic spread. Like, these decks all touch on very like different energies, which is really, really cool. So for the month of November, feel free to choose more than one. You can choose all of them. Choose how it resonates with you. All right, so I'm going to flip you down here. So this is pile 1 with clear quartz. Pile 2 with rose quartz, pile 3 with another chunk of clear quartz, only it's a little more raw. And this I think is red jasper. This is group 4, and group 5 here with the tiny citrine. Okay, so resonate with your deck. I hope you can see everything just fine. The lighting is a little weird in here, I know, but we're doing the best with what we got. So take a minute to resonate and let us see what November has in store for y'all. So for group 1, what does November have in store? Okay. Oh my goodness. Such beautiful cards. So the Star, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. This is about focusing on the light that shines against the dark, knowing that you deserve the very best, but there is a lot of contrast to behind this, I'm feeling, which is cause for you to reflect. Reflection, illusion, self-examination, and distortion. So you have a card dealing with dark and light. It's a little bit more optimistic than the Moon card. The Moon is a little bit more introspective. This is very, very hopeful with a twinge of self-examination, as the card suggests. But what are you self-examining? Your conduct, your behavior. It is not necessarily your story or your emotional realm. It's try matching your output, your response. There's a mismatch here. There's a mismatch between what you feel and how you deliver your feeling, how you present yourself in the world. All right, don't lie, don't lie. That might be second nature to some of you. Hold on. As a self-protective mode, as a self-preservation mode. Well, I made the bed and now Angel's getting all. Okay, so it's time to remove that self-preservation mode and start loving yourself in the world as is completely. You have Beauty and the Beast, unconditional love. So November is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to believe that everything is possible and for you to love away anything that distorts your representation, distorts your true self. Here, can Angel, that's good. Okay, that's better. I just saw the door and I'm like, what? It's a king bed, by the way. It's ginormous. They gave it to me for cheap because they had availability, I think. So this, they want to go to the unconditional love and really everything about this world. And I know it's really, really hard. I struggled with manic depression for years because I would get so emotionally knocked off kilter by a thought of how many animals were being abused at this very moment for human consumption. The way of the world right now, it is not the way of the future. And the only way that it changes into something positive. We don't deprive frustrating circumstances, including with our own selves, of love. All right, we don't deprive ourselves, and we do, and that's where problems occur, but we should not deprive ourselves of love because a shadow aspect of ourselves has been acting up or needs to be dealt with. We don't, no. Treat yourself kindly. This divine love is for everything, right? Even for the nasty, evil people who don't know what they're doing. You can separate yourself from that and love them from afar. And that kind of feeling, by the way, that love, it doesn't come from the heart and it doesn't even come from the head. True divine love, true unconditional love really comes from that root chakra, sacral chakra area. You don't have to share yourself. You don't have to expose yourself. That stuff up here, right? That truly individual. It's a rooted, connected love. You love them the way you love a tree because they exist, all right? So this month, take it easy on yourself. See where you have had miscommunications because of how you think you are representing yourself in the world. It's time to do a trade-off. It's time to set down how you've been representing. It really is, because you deserve the best, and you're not going to get the best if you keep acting under influences of certain winds. You don't want your pool's surface to be completely distorted by a force that is not your own. All right? You are the lake, and I know that this doesn't really make sense, but for the metaphor, you are the lake. You decide how your waves go. And it's time to calm down. I just heard it's time to calm down to get into this state. Love everything. Love yourself. That is what's going to help this dream come true. No matter what happens, love it. Love it through and through. Let love pierce through beyond. All right? And it's okay. You haven't been taught how to love this way. We are living during a prophetic time when we are giving new definition to the word love. All right? Don't beat yourself up. Continue to change, continue to love, and continue to believe that anything good is possible. And even though we may not experience it in this 5D or in this 3D reality, with your 5D belief, it will eventually become reality. All right? But you got to believe it. So there it is. Got some work to do, got some shedding to do. Group 1 with that illusion, that self-distortion. You just see the world as worse than it is. All right? Been there. All been there, babies. If you're struggling with the conduct of humanity, just remember, the more you focus on what is wrong with something or someone, the more you create a divide, the more evil wins. That's the point. When we fight amongst each other, when we split hairs and look for the differences and try to convince and try to be the most right, the most virtuous, that just creates more division. That just feeds into the illusion. All right? Remember, only love is real. So if you're seeing an expression of lack of love, distance yourself emotionally / physically, whatever you need to do to be safe, and send them pure divine love from afar so that that energy will be absorbed into that situation, not your judgment, not your, and judgment even for the right thing. Like if you think you know what is right for something, you probably don't. Because you're not living that story, are you? No, you're living your story. If you were in another person's shoes, if you were living their perspective, you would be doing and saying the exact same thing. That is their story to live. Same with yours. So forgive yourself for whatever you've done. It is destiny. You are here to learn, to express. And this is a learning week. So once again, with like a lot of the darkness, but there's a lot of positivity to be focused on. There it is. If you're popping off now, take care. Rock on. I love you for loving yourself. Thank you for contributing to the cause, and you know where to find me. All right. Group 2 with the rose quartz. Let's see what we have going on for the month of November. Great progress. A lot of progress, a little bit of apprehension, but it's nothing that you can't handle. So you have 3 of Ariel, aka 3 of Pentacles. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner, others here being your ethereal team, almost always. I'm sensing you actually making an impact in your 3D world by not listening to people so much. November presents an opportunity for you to step up your game. 3 of Ariel is the beginning of a mastery. This is you stepping up to the plate, representing, being fully present, and having a huge impact on the world. You are beginning to master what it means to imprint, to project yourself, to project your energy silently. You can project a thought, your energy around a situation, around a conversation that you are having. And even though it may not be going your way exactly, the energy, the aftermath, the ripple effects of that conversation can be changed just because you're learning how to work your alchemy in a daily, mundane situation, which is really going to lead to great things. November, okay, so I'm sensing kind of like a halfway point. I'm seeing the halfway point in the month. First, you got to show the world you mean it. You know, first you got to be willing to put in that work, and you are putting in that work. You are putting in the energy to manipulate your 3D reality, and you are taking physical steps that seem unrelated. I'm getting like breadcrumb trail for an aspect of your life that seems almost annoying, like you'd rather put your attention, excuse me, bubble of truth, you'd rather put your attention into something bigger, but those big ships take time to turn. So this 3 of Pentacles is kind of like a step up from the 2 of Pentacles, where you're good at balancing. You're good at doing a balancing act. You're learning how to handle those things, trust that they are related. Only love is real. So deal with the mundane and work that alchemy. And I'm sensing in the middle of the month a turning point where you might see some results. You might get a piece of news, a promotion, an upgrade of some kind. The universe is speaking, all right? Whether the universe, I'm sorry, there's something right on my camera. It was annoying me. Whether the universe uses people directly, not so much the case. I mean, if they do use people directly, it's kind of like the person at the front desk giving you a call. That person at the front desk really didn't have anything to do with what was happening. There's so much going on behind the scenes that you've worked really well with. All right. Into the woods. Stranger in a strange land, new experiences, feeling uncertain in a transition zone. I don't think you trust very much. The positivity that's coming in, the formation that's happening around your emotional state. This is still new to you. This is still new to you, and it's still, it can be a little bit scary of how much of a manifester you truly are. But the more you work this energy, and the more that you don't allow your fears to hold you back, just because she's feeling uncertain and going in a transition zone, she's alert. She may be like on the lookout, but she is moving forward. I feel like her foot is right there. I feel that movement forward, that drape. She's moving forward despite. All right, into the woods. Have courage. Have courage, even though you don't know, even though this is a new land, even though you don't know the trails, you don't know the animals, this is not your space, this is a new space, and you can make it your own, all right? But the month of November is going to have this overall tone of, in parentheses, easy transition. So, like, it's easy enough, but human ego's a bitch. Do your best to continue with this mastery. Continue staying on top of your emotions. Yes, this is happening, right? But guess what? So is a lot of other things. So is a lot of other things. So that Three of Pentacles, especially when dealing with your 3D reality, it pays to stay afloat. It pays to continue continue your training when it comes to your mind, your expectations, how you deliver, how you represent yourself, which was a message from group 1. So how you that might be just a general theme for November. So, and this is the beginning. This is the beginning phases. So don't be, that's all this is. That's all this is that it's just the first steps. It's just nervousness of the beginning, but it's good. You're going to earn your keep and you're going to reap the rewards. Beautiful. All right, there it is, group 2. Thank you so much for popping on. Take care, rock on. I love you for loving yourself. You know where to find me for future guidance if you need it. And yeah, I love you. Group 3 with that large chunk of clear quartz. Okay. I'm feeling a lot of positive energy here, a lot of movement forward energy for November. So 3 of Gabriel, prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. This is 3 of Wands energy. This is faith. This is faith. This is an ascended number in the action card. So even though there may not be a whole lot of action, your faith is keeping you afloat. The shape of the number 3, I love it. If you turn it down, it's like hop, hop. And that's like a perfect, for me, a visual aid of what ascension is like. It's like, okay, so you're here and you want to get here. How do you do that? Well, you stay above. And we are human, so we're always going to come back to an egotistical landing point where we can learn, we can absorb, we can assess, and then we can again hop above any struggles and land to a different point. And so, and we're not going to be able to see, those who chose this group are not going to be able to see very much that next landing point. All of your attention is going toward having that faith, gathering information, building it up inside of you like a bottle rocket, like pressure, so that you can jump off and go forward. This is not a time for action, I'm feeling. November really isn't. November is a time for prayer. November is, again, with gaining information, planning. Planning for what? You could be planning for a trip. You could be planning for your next move in your life. You could also be preparing for love. Whatever your action energy is being funneled to, just know that y'all are on it. Y'all are on it, and don't take no for an answer. Achievement, keep focused on your dream. All right? No, you may not see it, but that's a good thing. Time lag of manifestation. When you gather information and you prepare to jump, I'm also sensing that you may be forced to leave some things behind, to remove some dead weight so that you can jump forward. It does not matter how your goal gets achieved. In the law of manifestation, that is detail work that you leave to the universe. If you focus on the details, those are blocks. You're telling the universe, the dark goddess, the void, how to do her job. It's like, oh, okay, you want to arrange molecules into a perfect blessing? Be my guest, but you're never going to do as good a job as spirit. So what you want to do, the month of November, group 3s, what you want to do is to remain calm. Again, I keep getting, you're getting information and you're allowing it to filter through yourself. End goal, end game, when it comes to what it is that you want. And this means letting a person have their way. All right? If you need to cooperate with a different person in their different way of doing things, let go of that control issue. If you really want to have that control, let people have that. All you want is the end result. Focus on that. clearly imagine yourself, like if the end result is you earning an award in the workspace, but you need that whole team to do it together, right? You may be leading that team. All you need to do, you don't need to worry about your individual team members. You need to focus on the whole project coming together, you standing at that podium to receive it as the leader of the project. You know, that's what you want to hold in your mind's eye, not conversations with people. You just want to experience the daily life and take it as it comes with this in focus. Because it's a slower energy. November is not really a fast-moving pace. With this time to stay focused, to plan, to trust, to accumulate information, to just ascend beyond all obstacles in order for this achievement, you're learning a lot. Mother and daughter, mothering, teaching, sharing knowledge, nurturing, self-worth. Your divine feminine, this energy here, this energy of slow your roll, just keep focused, that is your divine your divine feminine side being mothered by the All Mother and being used constructively. When the divine feminine aspect of our energetic makeup is off balance or wounded, honestly, I see that as really, really bad news bears, because then the divine masculine side can either overcompensate or crumble. The divine feminine being the emotions, not letting your emotions dictate. It is a fairly masculine energy, and that's the thing about this mothering and daughtering. You are calming your nerves this month, group 3. Calming your nerves. Keep your eye on the prize. Let things come. Trust the faith. Trust the unknown. Trust the unseen. You will have a better time because of it. If you can put your ego or your emotions down for a nap, you know, and it's like, you'll feel better when you're rested. Just keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. All right. And this, I'm feeling there's a lot of subconscious work, and I just heard that. Subconscious work, a lot of subconscious, subliminal, ethereal, energetic work being done as you simply do this. Plan, keep the faith, keep the end result crystal clear in your mind. You want a new car? Spend 10 minutes a day in your imagination, sitting in your bed or whatever, or like even while you're eating dinner, just imagining how the wheel feels. What is the smell? How fast does it go? What color? How do you feel inside of it? Be it. Attract it in. Daydreaming is extremely productive. The more you daydream, the more vivid, the more clear you make it in your ethereal realm, in your thought space, the more likely it is to become attracted into physical form. Can you even... Okay, Angel's there, but she went behind me. All right, so there it is. Keep your vision clear. Keep it uncluttered. All right. Keep your emotions in check so that you just don't overwhelm yourself and knock the plans off course. All righty. There it is. Thank you, Group 3. If you're popping off now, take care. Rock on. I love you for loving yourself. You know where to find me for future guidance, and thank you for contributing to the cause. Group 4, what do we have going on in the month of November? You are being led down. Your heart is speaking to you this month. The Lovers, Archangel Raphael, make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Accompanied with apprehension, moving out into the new world, doubt and fear. Releasing a lot of 3D conditions. Yeah, you can follow your heart this month. You can burst through the barrier to see the sun. You can transcend above the ego. Forgiveness and transcending of the ego, child of the moon. These two are very much related. All right. So you have the I'm scared, I don't know if I want to burst through this layer of darkness to see the sun, to breathe fresh air. Like, this is familiar and I'm nervous. I have a call to burst through, but I'm nervous. But transcending of the ego, you know that there's no rush to make this happen. And in fact, you can't just do like a snap judgment. That's not how this works. It's a slow, growing pain sort of deal. And as your roots grow in a deep understanding that there's nothing to be concerned about, the more you extend your root chakra, so you could do some root chakra meditations, but eat red foods, work with reds if you want to help amplify it in the 3D. But really, it's just that focus of extending your energetic self into the dark void of the unknown. Trust that you will suck in nutrition from it, the nourishment of your soul. Trusting the dark, trusting the unknown is good for the soul. Don't worry about it. Don't be terribly apprehensive. If you can just flip this emotion into a trust, that's the transcending of the ego. And the forgiveness as well. If you can do this, which I'm sensing this is a really ripe opportunity for you to do this month, those who chose this group, the more you trust the fear of the unknown, the more you're going to sense a layer in your psyche that put the fear of the unknown in your mind in the first place. Whatever influence or experience you had, did you have a parent or an authority figure that just pounded something into your head that is simply false? They transferred their own fears to you. Transcending your ego also means transcending above egotistical impressions from others on your ego, in your aura. You know what I'm saying? So this month, be brave, be fierce in what it is that you know, that you love, because it's going to help you transcend into your self-worth. Nobody likes to leave anything behind, anything familiar. But it's necessary for you to do. All right? And I'm actually being guided for this group to pull from Tony Carmine Salerno's soulmate cards. Spirit wishes to speak. We just want one card, please. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to take the one that flipped over around. Hold on. I'm going to get my card. Okay. Could have gotten it later, but no shame or blame in the game, right? This is a favorable time for matters of the heart. A time of inspiration and healing. A relationship blossoms. Your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. Wow. Your heartfelt inspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. When you go from this to this, that's when things start to manifest. It's okay to experience this. It's not okay to stay there. Be brave, babes. Be brave in your love so that it can manifest. Beautiful. There it is, group 4. Thank you so much for being here. If you're popping off, take care. Rock on. I love you for loving yourself. You know where to find me. Group 5 with the citrine. We had plenty of cards come out from the Oracle deck. Or I'm sorry, from the Oracle deck. Yeah, which one? From the Power Tarot. So let's see what November has in store for you. Okay, wow. Major growth. Major growth. So with those 3 from the Archangel Power, 2 of Michael, 2 of Swords, 5 of Raphael, 5 of Cups, King of Gabriel, King of Wands. So your logic, your intellectual space, it is time for you to make a decision, and it is not a decision that can be made purely off of logic. You have got to take your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra into account. If you don't listen to your root chakra, you will be very confused. This card comes up when this is too much. There's too much seen, absorbed, impressed, heard from other people, outside circumstances. your intellectual space really can't be trusted all that much. There's too much to evaluate. There's too much to put on the scales, to weigh, to scale. You just have to make a decision from your gut, all right? Everything happens for a reason. This is the Five of Cups card. This is a loss card, and you have a loss card, all right? Grief, sadness, resurrection. We'll get to this in a minute. This Five of Cups here, it really is emptying. It is pouring out. It is feeling the leaving of stagnant emotions. You really have to feel them to their utmost capacity. You have to give them such due respect. You have to let them live completely in the moment and burn all the way through. I'm sensing a general sadness that have been absorbed into your aura. You don't really know why it's sad. But if you allow yourself to be like all the way sad, if you just sit with that emotion, and it's not even sadness, it could be frustration, whatever the case may be as you are evolving in this life, let that emotion be big. Don't belittle it anymore. Don't dismiss it anymore. Everything happens for a reason. Your losses are to help get rid of the extraneous stimuli so that you can see the real cause of your pain. When you let go of the extraneous, and we're talking about outside stimuli where you react a certain way because of an original wound, and you may have co-manifested a reality that's a little bumpy in certain regards. Like maybe your work life is not as smooth as it could be. Communication issues happen because matters of the heart. There's something that you have to deal with. And you have to let go of the things that you're holding on to mask your pain. So this month, November is going to shake you down. November is going to shake you down because there is a choice here. Your root chakra is speaking to you about a choice that needs to be done that may not be pleasant to go through, but it will lead you to a place of masterful co-creation. So King of Wands, King of Gabriel, generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others, experience that leads to success, genuine concern for others. Now that genuine concern for others, that is your natural empathy. You do not need to spend it so much on other people. Withdraw your energy, bring it back to you. Yes, and I'm feeling all of that root chakra energy kind of come back to you for a co-creative power. You're going to need all of your energy for your emotional development at this point in time. To experience this and get to this, you can't be concerned about other people or their journey, which all right. I have a feeling if you chose number 5, you are feeling ascension symptoms. Other people around you are feeling ascension symptoms, but they're not going to do anything about it. And they're going to pinpoint their vision into a laser. They're not going to open their mind. They're not going to receive. They're going to try to control because human beings love to do that. On an individual basis, you are feeling a cosmic collective tug of loss. Human beings need to lose things like cars, at least on a massive, everybody gets to have one scale. Towns should have just groups of cars, shared cars, cities. And that's happening too, but like the fact that every person could, if they wanted to, if they have the money to go out and buy a car, that should be illegal. There are big, in the future, there really aren't cars. There really aren't. There's burning oil for gas for rubber on cement. It is just so infantile, and we're kept in this way because of oil companies, because they figured out how to keep their money coming in instead of trying to step into a new world and join the revolution. and be the startup company. Here, let's just transfer our money. Let's keep getting some money from our oil, and we'll transition, and we'll do the ocean current turbines. Let's put our money where our mouth is. You know what I'm saying? But they're concerned about money, which is also leaving. It does not exist so much in the future. Not on an individual level, more on like a government level. It's just chunks of money for chunks of people. So this loss here is getting rid of influencers, of thought spaces, not holding yourself back anymore. This loss is to focus on that resurrection. Keep your eye on the big picture. This divine masculine ruling energy of action fuels, it just puts energy behind these two. This needs to happen. And you know it. As the king of your world, no matter your gender or sex, you know it. So this needs to happen. Why does this need to happen this month? Why do you need to experience a loss to resurrect? Your true nature. You are not normal. So don't try to define your behavior as normal. Glimpse, indigo, rainbow, crystal children, and beyond. You are genetically different. You have evolved. You are sensitive. You have extreme intuition. You have the ability to become clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, claircognizant, and there's taste and smell as well. Like people, it doesn't matter how professional and perfect a chef is, if they're in a bad mood and people go to a restaurant, they'll taste the mood that the chef was in. Or people will smell a person's smell, or like a cigarette or a cigar or a perfume or something, and know that they need to call someone. We are half fae. Life is fucking magical. And compared, not really to compare again, but really though, we are in fragmentation. So to compare yourself on a surface level, we're not talking about that root connection that everyone is unified with. But we're focusing on the differences that, I don't know, maybe other people have decided to focus on a lot and define and create a culture and try to have you be a mold in one way or another. You're breaking free from that. You're breaking free from that, and you are creating your own mold. And it's okay to go it alone if you need to. It's okay to rely on you and spirit alone. How does royalty become royalty? They exercise that bond with spirit. They trust themselves. They are conduits of divine energy. All right? Don't let anyone try to pluck away or pick at your divine sense of self-worth. Not this month. Everything happens for a reason. And there are some things you need to let go of so that you can resurrect completely refreshed and renewed. You don't want any of this residual energy. You want this loss to be complete so that you don't feel it later. Yeah, saying goodbye, getting closure, elevating, really tapping into your energies. Really, 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 really keep the faith in that everything happens for a reason. And you're on your way to discovering something else. 5 is a number of change. 4 is a spirit number. So it's like spirit is with you. They know that you cannot see everything ahead. And there's something that you can't see coming with that 5, with that change, with that present, despite everything else that she's uncovered. There's still something yet to be uncovered. Everything happens for a reason. Let this happen all the way through. Because your true nature is not cohesive with the environment that you've been in for a very long time, for a while anyway. Listen to yourself. You're fucking magical. There it is. Take care, rock on. I love you for loving yourself. Thank you for contributing to the channel in whatever way, shape, or form. Thanks for being here. I love you. You know where to find me.